I'm just gonna be like real with you guys. You like to get high. Yes, I do drink. Probably my grandparents would have liked me to go to sciences. My boyfriend is gonna think he's gay because he's dating a boy. So, we are doing an assumptions video. I asked you on my Instagram to ask me a few questions. I'm gonna be getting ready while I answer them. You were really naughty, so let's just see what I've been hiding from you. I wrote the stuff down in this notebook. I'm gonna read them, and let's do this. So, first assumption, you like to get high. So, I've actually never tried weed in my whole entire life, and I don't think I will ever. Actually, I was talking to my boyfriend the other day. He also doesn't smoke, and he was like, you know what, when I'm 80 years old and I have 50 grandchildren, maybe I'll try it. And I was like, well, I've never thought about that, because for me it's always been a no-no, but I was like, who knows. But no, I've never tried any type of illegal drugs. I like being sober, I like being my natural self. I'm also kind of paranoid. I've been having so many little pimples since I'm in quarantine, which is so weird. I just love when my beauty blender is wet. I love to just really dig that in water. This is so relaxing. I feel like if another person would do it, it would be even more relaxing. Just being am I weird? I'm so weird. Next assumption, you want to have a lot of kids in a small house with a garden. So, long story short, actually it's going to kind of be long. All my life, I always thought that I wanted to have 2 kids because I have a sister, so we're 2. And being a mom is going to be the biggest project of my whole entire life. And I just really want to be the best mom that I can and give my kids the best education that I can, make them beautiful human beings, and I'm gonna dedicate all of my time to them. So having more than 2, I was always I thought that I wouldn't have enough time and patience and conditions to just do my best with more than 2 kids, I guess. But lately, having a bigger family, and I don't hate it if money is not a problem. I think it would be so cool to have an army of kids. I don't hate that idea anymore. I've been really open to that lately. About the small house, no. I definitely ambition to have a big house. I don't need a big house. I'll be happy with a small house, but I work so that I can have a big house. Also, if you said that I want a lot of kids and then you said that I want a small house, how am I gonna fit those kids in there? Mariana, because I know you were the one who did this question. Next assumption. Your grandparents didn't like the idea of you going to arts, but your parents did. I think I have something in my eye. That's not what I think, but I have something. I've never really thought about this, but when I read this, I was like, well, probably my grandparents would have preferred that I went to sciences. I was always and have always been an A+ student. So having good grades at everything in middle school, basically in the stereotypical way of thinking. Probably my grandparents would have liked me to go to sciences. They never told me that, and I just assumed that now that I'm thinking about it. They've always been really supportive. Then my parents. I feel like my dad is literally me. He studied neuroscience in the university in the US, and then he went back to France to an art school. So he was also good at both. My mom also likes arts, and my parents had an art gallery. So I feel like they were really understanding. My dad was a bit sad that I wasn't going to pursue math and sciences just because of basic knowledge, and it can be really useful in your life for you to have a better perception of things. But where I live, in high school, you do have to make a choice, and if you want to go to arts, you're not going to have math, you're going to have geometry and history and all of that. And I was also sad because I'm the type of person that just wants to study a bit of everything, but they're really supportive, all of them. So I guess that's my answer. That was a really big answer. Then, you drink every weekend and you're a party animal. Oh my god, you really think that I'm just wild. I like going out to like bars, discos, parties, and I also like just hanging out at home and like in the chillest environment. I don't drink every weekend. It just makes me laugh. I'm 17, where I live drinking age is not 21, it's 18. I'm just gonna be like real with you guys. Yes, I do drink, but I'm a really paranoid person and I don't drink every time that I go out. First of all, because I'm really frugal and I hate spending money. And second of all, because every time that I've drank alcohol, I just start being paranoid. This is not good for my body, my kidneys, my liver. But you're probably laughing at me, but it's true. I like being in control. I'd say 90% of the time that I go out or that I'm in environments when my friends are drinking, I just don't. Which doesn't mean I haven't done shit, okay? Like, I've done shit, been there, done that, don't want to repeat that. But yeah, next question. You were never a tomboy. Actually, when I was in like kindergarten, I hated pink, I loved blue, I hated Hello Kitty, I loved Beyblades. That was so cool, and kind of really liked boy stuff, even though I was also like girly, so I was like kind of both. And back, I had to clean my memory, and I just realized that this right here is bad. So I was still talking about the tomboy stuff. I love being a girl, I want to be a girl, but sometimes I just really feel nice when I'm kind of boyish, and then I panic because I'm like, my boyfriend is gonna think he's gay because he's dating a boy. The last assumption is you hate being the older sister. This is kind of interesting. I definitely like being the older sister, but I do feel a little bit of pressure to almost be like a second mom or a role model. So I do admit that I'm not like the funniest, goofiest type of older sister, which I have to work on because my younger sister is gonna like start being a teenager, and I don't want her to hide things from me, you know. Younger sisters always look at the older sister as a role model, and sometimes not as much as for the mom. They have a bigger age gap, and so it's hard because it's like I have this person right here that I love, and everything that I do, she's gonna learn from it. I kind of get anxious with that because I know I'm not the best sister ever, and sometimes I really don't have patience, which I really have to work on. But I really like being the older sister, even though there are a lot of things that I'm just like, why? For example, I feel like all the other older sisters have to go through all the shit and ask permission for a lot of stuff. And then when the younger sister comes in, it's like, you've already done it all, so they just say yes. Whoever goes through stuff first has to fight more. Also, like, my sister has so much more stuff and clothes, and sometimes she's just like, oh, I'd love to have this, and I'm like, already have it, do you want it? She also has a lot more access to technology than I did, but at the same time, I feel like maybe my parents had more patience raising me. Not that they don't have it with her, but you know, there were different ages. Also, I feel like I never have pressure of being like someone else or like the other sister because I'm the oldest, so I'm the model. And then my sister might feel pressure to be like me because she has my model or my reference. I have mixed feelings, but I just like being the older sister. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. I'm probably gonna do a bit more of eye makeup, but I'm not gonna record that because I'm gonna do that for another video. And I hope you got to know me a little bit better. I forgot to say this, but I chose this video because I've been seeing a lot of new subscribers, and I felt like this was a great way for you to get to know me better. If you have more assumptions and want to ask me questions, tell me down below and I'll answer all the comments. But yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.